Okay, this is the process we use for building areas and towns and so forth. It's going to start off with mapping. Mapping is this. It's already been done. This is region 1. This is what we're working on now. Today we're going to be counting this area right here. Show you here. Well, all the counties in yellow are what we're going to be mapping. See, we don't have towns listed for this area yet. And what you'll be getting is you would get this sheet as it's already been developed. It's already been mapped. These counties come up to 163,000. That's about the size we want to keep each area. This is Mississippi 5. So the way we do that is Noxubee County. Come in. I usually go to Wikipedia. And let's town this area. Come down here. Cities, towns. Brooksville, Shikalot, Macon. Macon is 2,461 people. So there's not going to be that many. Let's go back. Let's take a look at Brooksville. Brooksville is 1182. Okay, so we'd put those down here and we'd do Shikalot the same way. The reason you do this is you got to be careful because if it's on a main highway, the smallest of these towns is 562. The smallest of these towns can have the most eateries simply because of where it is on the highway, where there's junctions. Just people don't live there, but lots of eateries. That's happened before, so I'm just mentioning that. But on this sheet, right here, we would write down Macon, the amount of people in the town, list it, and we'd list Brooksville right here. And I've already done that, but you can see. And I started looking up just to kind of get an idea. I've already done it for these counties. You can see Noxubee, Winston, Neshoba, Kemper County. Now, DeKalb is different. DeKalb is East Mississippi Community College. So 972 people is not a lot, but there's eateries there, more than the population would warrant, simply because of the university, I'm sure. Then you got Livingston and Sumner County. Meridian, we got to figure a way to break Meridian down. Lauderdale County is going to be pretty big, but Collinsville, I know, I've already checked it, has its own eateries. These other ones I couldn't really find. They kind of put them all into Meridian. So I think we'll probably put them all together there. So that's how we town an area. And what I do, as I'm doing this, I usually go back and I'll do it like this. I'll say, eateries, Macon, Mississippi. I'm down here and I'll look at it. I'll say, oh yeah, okay. They're usually going to have enough to have a full page. There they are. You get your information. Look them up right here. Okay, this one has hours too, so that's great. Get all that down. Every day, 10 to 11. Nice. Subway. That's got one of those weird 8 and 9 opening Saturday, Sunday. You'll see that a lot with Subway. They have weird hours. But that's just them. Anyways, so that way we can get to that later. This is just doing your towning right now. All right. So you got your town set. The next step is to take the town and start listing 670s. 670 is a form number. This is our basic eatery listings. And let's go here and do one. There it is. It doesn't have any hours. So let's go to one that has hours so I can show the whole thing. There we go. What I like to do is I usually just copy the address. That way there's no transposing errors. Just get it on the page because it's not going to be in the right format or any of that. I'm using Verdana 10. for eateries. And those Acros Mexican restaurant. All right, so there's Los Angeles Mexican. Verdano. And I use 10. All right. And his phone number is here. And it's important that we get this right, the format here, because this is responsive. If it's done wrong, it won't call from your. If done like this, if it's in this format, it can be just touched and it'll call the restaurant. So that's why because this format right here that we're using right here is what's going to go on all the code sheets. And here's your address. And then we'll put hours in. Okay, so it's every day 10 to 11. And there we go. Yeah. Now I build these up. A lot of times I'll build them up even for smaller towns that only have 1 or 2 eateries, and that way we can just include them in other towns. But at first I do that because if you have 3 yellows in a small town of 6 eateries, you think you have 6, but that's not enough to warrant a town until we call the yellows and find out all 3 of those are out of business, and therefore it's not going to be enough for a town by itself. I will allow some towns, even with 3 eateries, to have their own page, and that's simply because it's got like a quaint restaurant there that deserves its own page. So, town eateries. Of course, get rid of the example up here. You're doing it. This would be Macon. Macon, Mississippi eateries. And that's how you do the 670. And if we don't have it, say one like Northside Cafe, this would be a yellow. And then you can do a number of ways to do it. You can try TripAdvisor, Facebook, but for the most part, Georgine, that's what you're good at. So that's what you do there anyway. And some of them, you know, you can almost tell that they're out of business. But, you know, these things right here, see 6 months, that means probably still in business. But you have some of them that are like 7 years, and they're still listed. So, and that's how we do the process of getting through to 670s. Once these 670s are done, then it starts going to coders and computer ops people to build a website. But this is what I need right now. I need 670s towned. We're already towned. I've already built that part of it out. And now I just need you to start building out 670s. That's it.